Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps? You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have. Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Captain, an unusual wavelength is coming through Monarch's aether wave frequencies.
The eternal is in us all. The OSI would have you believe that your place in society, indeed in the universe, is preordained. A man who works in the mines of Hephaestus, coating his lungs in mercury dust for not but a few bits a night. This fate is set in stone? When he dies young, coughing up black blood, his part in the grand plan? No, I say. Greatness is in everyone. Not just those so fortunate as to have been born into prosperity.
That was unexpected and odd. Analyzing the subtextual ordering. I believe it was a type of sermon, Captain. Very zealous in origin. We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick, I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss. Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Not a peep from me.
Customs and inspection, right? This way. Identification, please. You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt-side outposts.
Sure did. And now we're in space!
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Just the opposite. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations here.
Surely this must be some sort of mix-up.
They must have a real big bee in their bonnets, then. Everyone knows you don't trifle with Groundbreaker if you want to get your goods on time.
If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford. You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
Are you pulling my leg? You must be one of them long-haul freighters. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be, a bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our... Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent... Seems like... sitting around... Glad to help. They stripped the parts from derelict ships. Sublight gives me the creeps. They're on the promenade run by a woman... All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Not that he would, being a board man and all. Sure thing. You noticed, huh? They can't abide an independent township, especially not one that all their interstellar freighters come through us. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our... Sounds like, yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operators. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces.
The board wouldn't do that.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing. Be serious.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? This is the security desk, ma'am. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore. We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... we just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sanita? All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering. Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is, not the criminal. Allegations include several counts of... Kicked one right in the kneecap while he poked the other in the eyes. McRed's lucky we're too backlogged right now to hunt him down ourselves. But if our resources clear up and we catch him before some contractor does, I fully plan to lock him in ISO with them two off. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Do I look like you're gossipy? Then get to business. We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from this. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was...
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it? I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things. Nicely done.
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The Borgen Bargain ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. This is Halcyon News, reminding you that there's no I in news. We in Halcyon, no mercury in Saltuna.
Well, well, well. What fine treasures might await us in here?
Get ready.
Now, I don't say this lightly, but that is a work of sheer universal beauty.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
You mind stepping back? I'd surely love to, but that's just not my bailiwick. You'll want to have words with our representative here. Have yourself...
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
We expect you out here again. Canned surface is already sold out again.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. Sorry. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on... Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent... There's a reason the board's embassy is a... Our local garbage collectors. She freely... Of course, I...
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could... Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the... Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea. She sent me a recording of a Curious thing is, it came from... You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like... If you should find... The more we got the corp... Don't forget to come find old Glad... Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei. You'll find her fretting in engineering. Yes. What do you want? That's right, dearie. But... Groundbreaker's radiators. Miss Junlei supposed... The board can't... They've... But... Oh,
I'm not sure that's...
That's half... But that... But old Gladys knows. That's why we gotta keep... Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting... I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage...
What was that?
Did I hear something?
What do you think you're doing? You're free to go.
Okay, keep him quiet. Gosh, that's clever.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
To the last Ratchet on Rut, you hull-headed quacks do know that
So, what do you think?
Just don't complicate my job.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanic. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla. You look out, though. Look.
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you...
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Something I can help you with? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei. We don't have the ability. Regrettably, we take care.
For the last ratted on rut in time. You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my... Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my...
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are... See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the... Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. What? No, I didn't do anything. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help. 3 weeks back. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my... Anywho, I barely made it out with my life. Thanks for helping me with the... Or I guess I should say...
Any word on Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade.
Sorry about the heat. Oh, and a lot of... Heard of it? My orientation aether wave showed that...
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a spacer's choice, Spirit. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? I'm bound. Don't miss out on these deals. You'll... Trouble sleeping? The blood... It's fine. Speaking of interest... Anything... Have a look.
This is Halcyon
gracious. And
On my way.
All right, I'm on my way.
Following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbrel?
Pirate ship? I don't know any docu-serials.
The bounty hunter who's been after them? Fuller?
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. They're terrified. You know what sprats are? Just... But...
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. We all... Not me, but it's in my blood. I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first...
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. First now.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? This is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. Well, it's my white whale, I suppose. It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown. Be my guest. I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands. I have few complaints.
Oh, good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit? Ugh. Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing... Oh, you've noticed they're here to keep... Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status, and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign. Please, go ahead. A luxury stateroom, reserved for... Oh, good law, of course. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use. Ask away. Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. I will recall my collection agent. Now, is there anything else you need, or...
wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than... The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short... If you're looking for a medic, I can... It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. You won't be sorry.
Welcome to the crew, Miss...
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate. Not much else to know, Captain. It's a mix of whatever you've got on. I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more. Sure do. Some... Ah. Look, I'm... No complaints.
CNP Morse Pockets can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Morse Pockets.
Nice and easy. Nice.
Who there? Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from a... Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Huh. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Burning to death is one of the most painful ways to go. Just in case you needed a reason to get us out of this.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Listen to the fire of those convict... Alive or dead. Rare or medium. My flame? Shit. Little flick here got me started.
Work smarter.
Don't worry, Mr. McRed. We'll treat...
I'll miss my baby pyro, but it beats losing my head. This court needs... Keen eyes you got there. Sunita gave me this lighter. We had a... Lay it on me. Ship got impounded. The crew and I... That's bureaucracy. Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
I've been tripping for days.
Careful with that shit. You'll end up as crazy as he is.
Tig's crazy to live in this universe.
Not another step in that
Crazy
direction,
cosmos.
friend.
Crazy cosmos.
You're dead!
Not another step in that direction, friend.
Are those hibernation pods? And I thought my bunk was small.
I can take a hint.
You get that automech patch? Fred wants it up and running.
Trying to think of a good name.
Not another step in that direction, friend.
What are you thinking? Mars? Oh my god.
Hotter than usual in here. Hope we're not catching Junlei on a bet.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Good for you. Hope you scared some. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers. Good. Don't go making trouble. And so what brings you to Groundbreaker? Interesting. The powers that... We see a lot of the same fate. Dr. Fan...
I'm trying to live a more balanced life.
I already knew it'd be easier to teach an automech heart surgery than to change your mind.
Groundbreaker's a small town in a...
We don't see a lot of competent surgeons on ground.
I don't like to put a label on...
If you ever decide to settle down, there's a...
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name.
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with...
Junlei is fine.
Okay.
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati.
Right. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else... Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. Only the board has access to new parts. And none. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I... According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bay. Then you know it's a den of criminals and miscreant. Good.
They must have been amazing. Oh, gosh. I don't...
Don't sell yourself. We're all... You see any... The...
is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisements for
Good
the
law,
following
the heat in
story.
here is so unbearable, I can hardly even
Do you
concentrate.
have what it takes to
Julie
defend your
better hurry up
corporate
with
town? From the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed.
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. They may not sound... I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger. Be seeing you, stranger.
That was quick.
Your aura is like a disco ball caught in a black hole.
What's that? I think I heard something.
Here they come!
Your mom!
I can take a hint.
Today's my birthday.
Oh yeah? Fuck your birthday.
They got the drop on us.
I'm on my way.
What do you say we get out of here before we join whoever that was on the grill?
Everyone get branded when they join McRed's crew?
The priceless canvas now that it's...
We got another complaint. People don't...
Everyone all right?
This is Halcyon News.
You've returned, and in one piece. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head... There's a terminal in the back.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super
I'm genuinely heartened to hear...
CNP Borston Baked Beans. When you need to eat one Borston Baked Beans. Lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
How goes the hunt? Nothing excessive, mind you, but... I believe I'm growing fond of you, bounty hunter. If you got the Mardet's backs, the Mardets have got yours. Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire... With that bastard McRed.
What? Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but anything else? Chief Junlei Tennyson. She run... Her family's worked... That's... I'm not so good... Folks... Sure, and stuff from... That'd be awful. Less than... What? Now, if... You... People... Gets... Oops.
Oh, don't worry.
Awful generous of you.